Hi, I'm back. If you saw my first video, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Quinn and I run a small business called Cat Cake Crochet. Well, I'm trying to run a small business called Cat Cake Crochet. If you left a comment on my first video, thank you so much. That might have been a little tiny piece of your day to write that comment, but it literally made my entire week. I was smiling nonstop reading those comments. I'm so inspired by everybody. Everyone's so encouraging and so positive and so uplifting. And I liked hearing the stories about, like, I'm a nurse and I did 4 markets last year and I am raising grandkids and I'm making toys for them. Like, how are you guys finding the time? You're amazing. I think it's so incredible, and I'm really, really inspired by anyone who's doing this, period. You are artistic and you are beautiful and you are amazing. And people who are working full time and finding the time and energy and mental space to do this, you're a champion. Because I take care of a toddler all day, and at the end of the night, I am so burnt out sometimes, and I just want to, like, sit there and, like, scroll on my phone. But then I'm like, I'm gonna pick up the crochet hook and I'm gonna count to 45 8 times to finish this row. But anyways, if you saw my first video, you're probably wondering, how did those shrimp bouquets do? And if you didn't, I'm gonna put up a picture. I made some shrimp bouquets for Valentine's Day. So I made a little shrimp plushie from a free pattern I found on Ribbler, and I paired it with some flower bouquets that I had already made. I'm doing 2 nature themed markets coming up, so I'm working on lots of flowers. So last week, after I made the first, like, prototype one, I made 3 more little shrimp guys to add to the flowers. So I had 4 bouquets total. I did 2 daisies and 2 roses, and I decided to list them on Facebook Marketplace. So this was the first time that I was, like, actively, like, advertising for myself and not just, like, relying on my friends and family to be like, oh, Quinn makes things. So I took the leap. I posted them on Facebook Marketplace for initially $35. And I have no idea if that was too much or too little. I really didn't, like, try to calculate my cost of material or how long it took me to make those. I was just like, 35 sounds like a good number to me. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was a little bit too high, but we'll get into it. So the next day, after nobody messaged me, I was like, I'm gonna lower the price to 30. And so immediately it said 35 crossed out 30. It looked like they were on sale. And then I promoted my listing in 2 Facebook groups. So one was for a mom's group for the town that I live in. And then one was for, like, a group of, like, the subdivision of the town I live in. So I live up in the hills and the rest of the town is, like, below us. And then we have, like, I'm sure you're familiar with how towns work. So I promoted it for, like, our hill group. Like, I'm selling some Valentine's Day bouquets, and I put limited quantities on all of my ads. Let me put up a picture of what my actual marketplace ad looked like. I think I wrote, for the cute crustaceans in your life. I was trying to be funny. And within 4 days, drumroll, all 4 bouquets were claimed. And I was so stoked. I'm still stoked about it. I'm a business person now. I do business. I'm a businesswoman. I'm running a business. So the coolest thing was that some of the people were actually, like, writing who they were for, and one lady said, like, she was gonna give it to her best friend, and that her best friend actually weirdly loves shrimp, and they have, like, inside jokes about it. And I was like, yes, please tell me all these details. I want to know everything. Another person was just like, when can I meet you for pickup? Immediately didn't tell me anything. So one of the people is, I think that they're, like, a teenage boy. I couldn't really tell. He said that he was going to give it to a girl he has a crush on. Can you believe it? I'm helping their love story. Like, they could get married someday, and it's going to be because I made a shrimp plushie. Isn't that amazing? I'm totally going to check his Facebook profile in the future and see if it says in a relationship. Can you imagine? Can you imagine me being their child's godparent? Okay, so anyways, the other exciting thing that happened, I'm still excited about that boy. Oh man, I hope he does good. I hope he asks her out. Anyways, okay. The other exciting thing that happened was that this guy messaged me from the subdivision group that I live in. And he said that he saw my ad and he wanted to buy one of the shrimp bouquets for his daughter. But he asked me if I could make another flower bouquet for his wife. So I had my first custom order. So I asked him what he was looking for. I tried to play it cool. I was like, yeah, of course I can make another bouquet for your wife. What kind of thing are you looking for? And he said he wanted it to be all pink. He had picked out the pink roses shrimp bouquet. He asked if I could do one big pink rose and then some other like pink flowers. And I said, sure, what was your price point that you wanted it to be? That's probably a dumb thing to ask people. I asked him how much he wanted to pay me. So the bouquet he was getting for his daughter was $30. He said, could I work in something that was like around $40? And I said, of course. I didn't know what I was doing. So this is what I came up with. One big pink rose as requested. And then I gave him 3 stems of smaller bunches of roses, 1 stargazer lily, and lots of leaves. I think I'm actually putting too many leaves inside my flowers, but I'll talk about that later. So I think that this is cute the way it is. I actually hate this big rose, but I did send him pictures and he said that this looked beautiful. He did ask me how long the stems were, which I thought was interesting, but maybe it's because his wife has like a certain face that she likes to use or something. But so this is a $40 bouquet. Did I charge him too much? Did I charge him too little? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how long it took me to make these things. I did do it, you know, as my daughter's napping. So this flower that I'm calling a stargazer lily, if you're a flower aficionado, I'm probably not saying that word right. Don't come at me if you're like a flower enthusiast and you're like, that's not what they look like, because that's not what they look like. And this is actually a tulip pattern that I just took one of the petals out and I'm calling it a lily. It looks like a lily to me, and also it's pretty. So custom bouquet for his wife. He gets off work when he gets off work this evening, he's going to pick it up from my house because he just lives like 10 minutes away from me, and Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. First custom order. Hopefully I did good. I am going to wrap it up in some nice paper, and I have some big ribbons that I can use for bows. I think I'm going to do a white bow on it. I don't have any pink bows. My first 4 sales plus a custom order, so 5 sales. I'm like, I don't know, I'm still like kind of blown away about it. So yay for shrimp bouquets. I'm not going to get in the shrimp bouquet business. I don't think that it's like a thing that's going to take off and I'm going to always have those available in my markets and stuff to sell. I really 100% think that it was just dumb luck because I listed them the week before Valentine's Day, and they're kind of like a gimmicky, like silly gift. For those flowers, I use Peaches and Cream cotton yarn. I get this at Walmart. This yarn is, I believe it's like $1.97 for 1 skein, and I don't know how many flowers I can get per skein. For the shrimp, I use the Big Twist Posh yarn from Joann, and this is how much I have left after 4 shrimp, so you get a lot in one. So for cost of materials, I have no idea. I don't know. I also use wire inside the flowers, and I use some stems that I get on Amazon. I think it was like $7 for like 20 stems. So I don't know. Let me know if you think I'm charging too much or too little. So besides the shrimp bouquets and the custom bouquet, I finished all of the pieces for the daisies I was working on. So this is all the leaves, some little flower buds, and then the daisy heads. This is enough to make 20 daisies that will look like, so this is the layout that I decided to go with. I like the 2 flower heads and then the flower bud and the leaf. This is also from Hookok on YouTube. Their tutorials are super easy to follow, and I like the way that this one turned out a lot. I love these daisies. So I was playing with it to try to figure out which type of layout I liked for the flowers. So that's why I have 3 of them already put together. They take a long time to actually like hot glue and assemble on the stems, and that's why I just have all the pieces made right now, because I really need like a few hours where somebody's going to be able to watch my daughter. I don't think I can get it done during her nap time, but I just have a couple right here. And isn't this really pretty? Just a couple daisies together. Like, I love that. So I finished all the pieces for the daisies. Now I just need to assemble them. And I made 1 sunflower to see how I liked this pattern. And I also wanted to see if it took me too long and, you know, see if it was something that I wanted to add. So this is called, I believe, the Easy Sunflower from Hookok. They have another sunflower pattern that is like so beautiful, but looks like it would take me way too long. So this one was very easy, as the name says. You work it up the same way as the daisies, where you make the front and then the back and you sandwich them together and do the petals. And I was able to make the fronts and backs for 10 sunflowers. So I'll have 10 of those, I'll have 20 sets of daisies, and then the other flowers that I have made, which I will show eventually. I'm excited to work on the sunflowers. I think they're really, really cute, and I think that will go good with the other flowers I have. And besides the sunflower and the daisies that I worked on this week, I finished this pattern from Mellyinspiredcrochet here on YouTube and Instagram. This is her Samba Sleepy Baby Elephant. I made this pattern for my daughter. This is not specifically to sell at market, but I made it because my daughter's favorite animal is an elephant. And on Instagram, I put a reel where I used audio of my daughter pretending to be an elephant with a picture of this. And my daughter's going, "Awoo!" And it's very cute. So I really like this guy. I think the perfect word to describe him is whimsical. So when Melly hinted that she was releasing the pattern, I knew I wanted to get it right away because I enjoy her content and I believe in supporting people that you enjoy content from. And also my daughter's favorite animal is an elephant. But I was thinking that it was going to be inside of my daughter's Easter basket. I had envisioned like this Easter basket with big elephant ears on either side and only like elephant themed goodies inside. And I was like, this is going to be so cute. I'm going to put the little baby sleepy elephant inside of there. But then I was like, Quinn, Valentine's Day is next week, and I didn't get her anything. So I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna work this up and put it inside her Valentine's Day basket. But then tragedy struck. My daughter was running in the house. Actually, I'm not gonna blame it on my daughter, it was my fault. We were playing a game called Baby Monster where I'm the baby monster and I eat babies. So she was running from me and we were running in circles, and she fell and chipped her front tooth on the hardwood floor. This is her little piece of tooth. Isn't that sad? So her mouth was gushing blood and I had to call a dentist and nobody was answering. And then I finally found this dentist that would take her right away, and it was like a 40-minute drive. So they saw her and they said that they think the tooth is going to be okay. They didn't do an x-ray because they thought it was too sensitive for her to like bite down. But she can only have mushy food for like the next couple of days, and I need to keep checking it to see if like her gum is turning purple or anything, like any sign that they might have to pull her tooth out. It was really, really sad. I've never had a like emergency, like a parent emergency like that. So I feel like I handled it pretty well. I mean, obviously I was crying, but I was able to like pull myself together and like get her in the car and drive safely over there. So she's doing okay. But because she got hurt, I gave her her little sleepy elephant early, and she absolutely loves him. She's already been carrying him around the house by his legs. She loves a dangly leg. Like, my daughter loves a dangle leg. She loves to carry around her toys like this and whip them back and forth all the time. So she really likes him. I think he totally fits in with her other toys. He's having a blast. He likes it here. And one of my favorite things about him is that when you just like set him down with his little limbs, he just makes like the goofiest little poses, and we have a lot of fun like asking him if he's hungry or if he wants something, and he goes, no, and then like crosses his arms. I think he's super cute, and this pattern was really easy to work up. Melly did a great job writing out the pattern, and she included little tips, like little helpful tips, and also instructions on how to make like his little sleepy eyes, which I appreciated. And then, because I gave her Valentine's Day present early, last night after she went to bed, I just whipped her up a little hungry caterpillar. So I didn't follow a pattern for this. I used all Posh yarn and a 5mm hook. And I just did color changes, increases. His eyes are a magic ring with the pupils on the outside. And look how silly he looks when he looks like straight forward. I did all the color changes on his belly, and I was originally planning on doing like some bobble stitches for legs to try to cover up like the color changes, but I think this is fine as it is. She's gonna like him because he's like handheld size, and she's definitely gonna be making him eat lots and lots of food. I think it would be cute if I made like a little butterfly to go with it, but we'll see if I have time before tomorrow. It looks like my daughter's about to wake up, so I'm gonna go. If you watched this whole video, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, hi. Hi. Hobie! Buddy, can you go sit down, please? No, buddy, I'm sorry. No, don't eat those flowers. No, 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 no.